Have you ever been in a social situation where you had no idea how to start a conversation? Your tongue was tied, your brain was off, and it was time when it would have benefited you to spark a conversation. I couldn't believe it, but this happened to me recently and truly caught me off guard. Back to the basics for me. I'm an extrovert, and I was tongue-tied? I was shocked. So according to Diane Wingdingland, one of her best approaches for building rapport and getting the other person to talk is the FORM, F-O-R-M approach. Now there's many approaches. FORM is one, HOME is one, TRIO is one. Today we're going to talk about FORM. It's an acronym. It stands for family, occupation, recreation, motivation, FORM. The 4 talks and helps build rapport before you dive into the M, which is what really motivates a person. So when you find out what motivates a person, you can better connect with them, sell yourself, your ideas, or your products. FORM can be adapted to business, social, and even dating situations if you happen to be in the mood for that. F, let's talk about family for a minute. Ask about the other person's family and tell them a little bit about yours. Could sound something like, well, tell me about your family. You have to act interested. Hint, you have to act interested. What's it like being the only boy or girl in the family? Now, you'd have to already know that answer. How did you meet your husband or wife? Or significant other? Or partner? You might have to have a few words depending on your judgment. What's it like having twins? Where'd you grow up? Why did you move? Any and all of those are intriguing beginnings of conversations to start. O, occupation. Ask about what they do for a living and tell them a little bit about what you do for a living. Some of the questions could be sounding like, what's the best part of your job or business? What's most challenging? I like to use the word love. What do you love to do? Well, how did you choose your job or profession? What would you tell someone just starting out in your profession? All of those would be great conversations. Let's migrate to the R, recreation. Ask them about what they do for fun. Sports, hobbies, volunteering, kids, activities, and then of course, there'll be some conversation to talk about what you do or what you might like to try someday. What do you like to do in your spare time is always safe. What about your favorite TV shows? That was a big hit recently at an event that I was at. I told more people the TV shows we watched, it surprised me. What did you do for fun as a kid? How about your favorite type of food or restaurant? All of those are safe, easy to answer, and not too invasive. M stands for motivation. Ask questions to determine what's important to the other person. Aside from work and recreation, what is really important to you? You don't have to work? What would you do with your time? That could be very insightful for a conversation. If time and money were no object, what would you really be doing right now? And here's a great one. If you could do X, fill in the blank, something, who knows what might have come out of a conversation. If you could do X all over again, what would you do differently? When you use questions, you guide the conversation, but the person is doing all the talking. They're not guiding the conversation or the direction. The person asking the right questions really can guide the conversation. Think of your 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and how. However, don't just ask questions. Share appropriately about yourself as well. You want a conversation, not an interrogation. Start forming people to build the foundation for a lasting relationship. I was surprised my tongue got tied, and now I'm ready to go back into another conversation thinking, family, occupation, recreation, or motivation. What makes you tick?
Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube or iTunes, please subscribe. For more information, visit us at resultsforbusiness.net, where you can see other great videos and access cutting-edge coaching and training to help you and your business.